Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. My humble pranams to all the senior Vaishnavas. So this is one beautiful place in Panchavati Tapovan which still maintains the beauty. Can you see it? Even now it's beautiful. So you can imagine what it would have been in Treta Yuga. You know, Godavari Ganga gushing and coming and meeting Kapila river in this particular place, Tapovan. So beautiful, so serenic, you know, amazing. It's fully filled with the peacocks and birds and animals and monkeys. Such a beautiful place, this Tapovan. And this is the only place where we can sit down and sing kirtans and discuss stories. And this place is so purifying, Tapovan. So as I told yesterday, daily Brahmanas are coming from Ayodhya, Rishis are coming, everyone is coming regularly there. So Lord Ramchandra told to Mother Sita and Lakshmana, Sita, Lakshmana, I think we should move from this place. Because now everyone in Ayodhya, they know where we are. And they're coming regularly and they don't come empty-handed. They come with the fruits and sweets and flowers and silk cloths and this and that. Then Lord Ramachandra told Lakshmana, I don't feel that we are doing any tapasya, So tapasya is very important for a spiritual person. Tapasya is the wealth of a spiritual person. So Lakshmana, I don't feel that I am doing any tapasya here. This is exactly like Ayodhya only. It doesn't look like a jungle for me because every day guests are coming and they are coming with so many sweets and so many things. And spiritual life is for tapasya. So I wanted to select a beautiful place where I can peacefully do tapas. And Lord Ramachandra selected this Tapovan. So they traveled towards Nasik. Actually, Mother Sita doesn't want to leave Chitrakoot. Mother Sita actually fell in love with Chitrakoot. She started loving Chitrakoot so much. She actually didn't want to leave Chitrakoot. But then, because Lord Ramachandra wanted to move to Chitrakoot, Sita Mata agreed and they moved to this beautiful place, Tapovan. Very beautiful. And here, Lord Ramachandra, Mother Sita, they were all happily performing their leelas and intimate pastimes and tapas and everything, under the blessings of sage Gautama. And they were very happy there. 13 years got over. Out of the 14 years, 13 years got over. Then by the will of providence, one day, Shurpanaka came to this Tapovan, where Lord Ram and Lakshmana, they have built a very, very tiny hermit. Very small. 13 years have passed in jungle out of that 14 years exile. 13 years have passed. Just one more year. And at that time, Shurpanaka came. It was simply arrangement of providence. She came and she lost her husband and she is hunting for an husband. Actually, Shurpanaka married to a Rakshasa, to a person, and Ravana in a battle Mistakenly, he killed her sister's husband, brother-in-law. Ravana is supposed to kill his enemies. He was so furiously fighting with enemies, he didn't realize that his brother-in-law is next. He killed him also. Ravana killed. So Shurpanaka became very angry with Ravana, and she left Ravana. She left Ravana and she came to this particular place because Shurpanaka's co-brothers are here. Karatushana. Actually, Shurpanaka, Ravana's mother is Kaikasi, and there is a husband Vishravas. So Kaikasi has got a sage husband who is Vishravas, and Kaikasi has got a Rakshasa husband also. In sage husband, she had Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Bibhishana, and Shurpanaka, 4 children. And in the Rakshasa husband, she had 2 sons, Kara and Tushna. So they are like co-brothers. So Shurpanaka, very angry with Ravana, fought with Ravana, and she came under the shelter of her co-brothers, Kara and Tushna. And Ramayana says this Panchavati is so beautiful, so beautiful. So she was like roaming around and hunting for a husband, looking for a husband. Then when she came to this particular area, Tapovan, beautiful, there is ashrams covered with nikunjas and all birds and parrots and peacocks, and in front of the ashram, Godavari is flowing and there are swans, and so beautiful, the flowers are all dripping honey. So Shurpanaka started liking this place. And Valmiki explains, how does Shurpanaka look? She had copper-colored hair, and she had long nails, long. Shurpanaka means pointed naka, pointed nails. She had copper-colored hair. She had copper-colored eyelashes and eyelids and eyebrow. And, when we read all the description what Valmiki has given about Shurpanaka, it matches a modern fashion lady. All the thing exactly matches here nowadays. So in those days, only Rakshasis look like that. But now, everybody putting colors on the hair and thing. Anyway, let's not get too much into that topic. So Shurpanaka, she came. And she saw the most handsome personality in this universe, Rama, in green color. I don't know how a person will look like in green color. We have seen fair personalities, we have seen dark people, we have seen mixed, we have seen black people, but we have never seen a green man. Lord Ramachandra, green color. Broad forehead, such a broad forehead, and raised chest, broad chest, and beautiful eyes, big eyes extended up to the ears, and eyebrows are like dolphin, and lips are like bimba fruit, neck is like conch shell, and shoulders are like mountains, always carrying bow and arrow. The shoulder will never bend in front of an enemy. Walking majestic like an elephant. So beautiful, so beautiful. Shurpanaka simply fell in, just she saw and she fell in love, and she decided this person is my husband. No second thought. She simply decided this person is my husband. And she started loving that person so deeply within her heart. And Shurpanaka transformed into a beautiful, angelical person. And she started walking towards Ram. She was holding her long braided hair in her left hand, and she was like rotating her hand with the braided hair, and pushing the eyeballs to the right end and the left end and the right end, and like shaking, and she was walking, and she said, "Hey, handsome," she addressed to Lord Ram. "Hey, handsome, who are you? I have never seen you around in this jungle. I have been roaming in this jungle for years and years, and I know every single corner of this jungle. Who are you? And you look new to this place. And why are you living like a monk? Why are you living like a sage? And you are so young and handsome. I lost my heart to you. Why don't you get married to me? We both can live, enjoy the streams, enjoy the ponds and beauty. I know every single place in jungle. I can take you there, you know. Then Lord Ram saw Shurpanaka and the way she spoke and the way she approached. Lord Ramachandra started laughing. And Lord Ramachandra said, "Oh Devi, you are so beautiful. You are so beautiful." Yeah, Prabhu, this picture is more apt. So Lord Ramachandra said, "You are so beautiful. But you know one thing, I am married. I'm already married." But that person, no, who is so white like moon, look at him, so fair like a moon, spotless moon, he is not married. Why don't you approach him? This is the only lie Lord Ramachandra spoke in his entire Leela. Lord Ramachandra spoke only one lie. And what is that? He saw Shurpanaka and said, "My brother is not married, he is still single." You know, like all devotees in online, we don't speak lies at all, right? So Lord Ramachandra said, this is the only lie Lord Ramachandra spoke in his entire Leela. Then immediately Shurpanaka was so innocent at the time, she immediately thought, okay, fine, right, okay, you are married, leave it, forget. Okay, he is not married, I'll go here to him. And again, she started, rotating the braided hair and moving, and with all her feminist charms, she started going to Lakshmana and said, "Hey, handsome, why don't you get married to me? We can enjoy." And she said all these things. And Lakshmana said, "Are Devi, you are like an apsara. No one in this universe will be as beautiful as you." Both the brothers started taunting Shurpanaka. No one is so beautiful like you. Why are you settling for the second best? You should settle for the topmost. You see, among both of us, who is more beautiful? Then Shurpanaka said, "That is definitely the dark person, the green man." "Yes, then why are you settling to the second man? Why don't you settle to the first?" Then Shurpanaka thought for a while and said, "Yes, what you are saying is also right only. Why should I select the second best?" So she again went to Ram. Then Ram said, "See, my wife is very innocent. If I marry you, her heart will break. And I don't want her heart to be broken. So why don't you marry Lakshmana only?" Then she thought, yes, 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 I don't want to break somebody's heart. Okay. Then she said, she moved again to Lakshman. And in this way, Ram and Lakshman, they both were like, playing with Shurpanaka. Then Shurpanaka got a little bit irritated. And at that time, Mother Sita came out of the came out of the hut, listening to some conversation. Something is going on, so she came out. When Mother Sita came out, Lord Ram told Shurpanaka, "My dear Shurpanaka, see, this is my wife." And the moment Shurpanaka saw Sita, so beautiful, like molten gold, and so divine, immediately Shurpanaka's all that form and all disappeared, and that ugly, gora, ghastly, wild form appeared, and she started screaming and running towards Sita and caught Sita's neck. And Mother Sita was completely bewildered. She didn't expect all of a sudden Rakshasi coming running and holding Mother Sita's neck. And nobody knew what to do. And immediately Lakshmana took his sword and threw it on Shurpanaka. Actually, because she's a lady, they didn't want to kill her. So when they threw the sword, it chopped her nose and it chopped the bodily limbs of Shurpanaka, and the nose fell down there. And from that day, this holy town was called Nasik. First it was Kushavrata, second it got the name Panchavati, and third it got the name Nasik. all Shurpanaka's blood, and Shurpanaka screamed and said, I will not leave this. I will take revenge for this. And she ran away from that place. Then Sita actually scolded them. Why did you do this? She asked Lakshmana, why did you do this? She's a lady. How can you trouble a lady? And Sita said a very beautiful line. Mother Sita said, whatever, even if women do mistakes, they should be always treated like children because they take decisions on the basis of emotion. So please, you should never take their mistakes seriously. Mother Sita told this to Lakshman. Whatever Lakshmana you have done is wrong. You should not have punished Shurpanaka like this. They are always emotional and they take decision out of emotion. And you should never punish them. You should take their activities like a children's activity. And actually, Sita Devi told this to Lakshmana, and Shurpanaka ran away from this place. And there's a beautiful lesson here. Till that moment, Shurpanaka was decorated nicely, dressed nicely. She appeared like a divine personality. And the moment she is disappointed, she realized that her desire will not capitalize. Her desire will not take shape. Immediately, the real form came out. So, this is the same situation with devotees like us. The moment we get disturbed, the moment we are disappointed, the moment we are challenged, our real nature, the real consciousness will simply come out, and that is the real me. In normal times, we wear nice kanti mala, nice tilak vilak, and happily we will behave like Vaishnavas. But when situation challenges us, this is the place. Okay. So Mother Sita became so scared, and Shurpanaka said, I'm going to take revenge on this. I am not going to leave you from this place. And she screamed and this and that. And finally, Sita became so scared, and she was talking to Lord Ramachandra about this thing again and again and again. So Lord Ram said, okay, don't worry, Sita. As long as I am there, nothing will happen. No demon or demoness can approach you. Don't worry. And Lord Ramachandra took Sita to Panchavati from Tapovan. They moved to Panchavati from Tapovan. So Prabhuji, can we come get Panchavati's picture? So Tapovan is a very, very beautiful jungle where all these beautiful, wonderful pastimes happened. And we moved to Panchavati. You don't have that 5 trees picture, Prabhu, that park picture? If you don't have that picture, then we can go to Tapovan itself. So there are, so Sita Mata, just to make Sita Mata peaceful, just to make Sita Mata very relaxed, Lord Ramachandra took her to Panchavati. So Sita Mata asked, what is this? What is this huge 5 banyan trees? And these banyan trees are like massive, huge, big trees. And Sita Mata was like wondering, what are these trees? And Lord Ramachandra told the story of these 5 trees. So once, wife of Surya Dev's wife, yes, Prabhu, thank you. Surya Dev's wife, she ran away from Surya Dev because she was not able to withstand the tejas of Surya. Surya is so powerful. Surya is, the temperature is very high. The tejas is very high. So Surya Patni was not able to bear that tejas of Surya, and she came. She came and hid in Tapovan, in Kushavrata. So Surya Dev started searching for his wife, and finally he came here and he found his wife, and both of them took the form of horse,
Surya's Patni became a female horse, and Surya Dev became male horse, and both the horses were like running and playing, and they are having intimate joy, and they were like roaming around. And five sons of a sage, five Brahmana putras or Muni putras, five of them, they saw these both horses and started laughing. So Surya cursed these five boys to become five trees. So once they became a tree, the boys started repenting so badly. What a great mistake we have done. How can we laugh at someone? How can we mock at someone? How can we blame someone? And internally the five boys were like chanting and blaming themselves and repenting. So, repenting is very important in a Vaishnava's life. If we do any mistake, we should repent. By knowingly, unknowingly, we hurt someone, the easiest way is to skip a meal. We take some tapasya voluntarily. We skip a meal. We go and ask forgiveness. So these five boys, they were standing in the tree form, and they were repenting, and they were crying, and they were blaming, and they were what, and Sita Mata heard this story, and she became so compassionate for the boys. They did some mistake then, but why they have to be suffering like this? She told Ram, please bless them. I can't stand, because Sita is like a mother. She couldn't stand the suffering of these five boys. And she begged Lord Ram, please, please, please relieve them, please this thing. And Lord Ramachandra smiled, and all the five boys, by the blessings of Mother Sita, they got liberated. And the five boys got liberated, and Lord Ramachandra gave prana to this five trees and Panchavati. So scripture says these five trees are Ram himself, because Lord Ramachandra gave prana to these five trees, and from that day this place came to know as Panchavati. So you see so many names. First Kushavrata, then Nasik, because the nose of Shurpanaka fell. Then Panchavati, because Lord Ramachandra gave liberation to these five trees, Panchavati. So then, for some time, Lord Ramachandra and Mother Sita, they were living so peacefully here. And by the time, all this happened on the 14th year, Shurpanaka ran to Ravana. Shurpanaka ran to Ravana and said, these two boys, they are looking like Kshatriyas. They don't look like sages, but they're dressed in sages, like sages. They are there in the jungle in Tapovan, and they tortured me. They chopped my nose. They did that, and she was crying and crying and crying. And Ravana was least bothered. He didn't care about what Shurpanaka is telling. Ravana was somehow Ravana was not very attached to Sita, the Shurpanaka or somebody. He was least bothered. He didn't pay attention only. Shurpanaka is going on telling, these two people, they chopped my nose. You have to come and punish them, kill them. What kind of brother are you? Am I not your dear sister? And she's crying and screaming and all. And Ravana was least bothered. And suddenly Shurpanaka thought, see, you know why I went and met these boys, these two of them? Ravana was not bothered. Said, the elder one's wife, she is a goddess of fortune. She is a most beautiful. Her beauty is mesmerizing, captivating. And when Shurpanaka started describing Sita, Ravana became interested. See, Ravana, even though he had so many wonderful qualities, he was a Brahmana, and he knows Vedas. He was a musician. He had so many wonderful qualities, but this lust of Ravana killed him. Kamayesha Krodayesha. Kama Krodha Vimuktanam. So many shlokas speaks about Kama and Krodha. So Shurpanaka knew what to be said and how to get the attention of Ravana. So she simply started building stories. She said, actually, I wanted to bring that little girl for you. That is why I went there. She's so beautiful. She is this, she is that. Then Ravana started paying attention. He said, my dear Shurpanaka, is Sita really beautiful? Then Shurpanaka said, Ravana, all that queens you have got in your palace, you put all of them together, they are nothing in front of Sita. Because Ravana had a collection. Like children, they have stamp collection. Some kids have coin collection. Some people have different kinds of pen collection, this thing. And Ravana had female collection. He will travel to different planets, different lokas, different country, and all beautiful ladies he will capture and bring them and put them in their prison. He has a curse that Ravana cannot touch a lady without her permission. If he does that, his head will break into pieces. That is a kind of curse, so he can't force them. So he will collect them, keep them everywhere, like he put sign, Nagaloka, Yakshaloka, lady from Kinnarloka, lady from Swargaloka, Urvish. He has got all the Apsaras, everyone there. So immediately Ravana asked, Shurpanaka, is Sita really beautiful? Shurpanaka said, all the queens put together will not match Sita. Then Ravana asked, is she more beautiful than Mandodari? Then Shurpanaka said, Mandodari is nothing in front of Sita. Really? Then, my dear sister, I think I should help you. Immediately Ravana's lusty plan started. Ravana became very curious, very interested. Ravana wanted to go and capture Sita. Then all the intelligent men came and said, Vibhishana said, Ravana, don't do this nasty thing. I have heard Ram is Vishnu's avatar. I have heard Ram is a divine personality. He lives by principles. And to save his wife, he can go to any cost. And I have heard Ram is undefeatable. Shurpan Vibhishana advised. Then one of the uncle of Ravana, Somali told Ravana, I also know who is Ram. I have heard about Ram. What Vibhishana is saying is exactly true. Don't try your hands with Ram, But this man was so lusty, so deeply attached to the beauty of Sita, no advice pay. So from that day, he was sleepless. Ravana was not sleeping. Ravana was not paying attention to anything. Ravana is constantly thinking how to kidnap Sita, how to kidnap Sita. This is the only thought Ravana had. Then he called one of his uncle, Maricha. Maricha is a man, master of illusion. He's a master of illusion. He has got all illusions. He can create so many illusion figure and this and that. Then Ravana said, Maricha, my dear uncle, you make a plot. You take the form of a golden deer and you go around, jump around Sita. And definitely she will be attracted by your beauty. And somehow take Ram away from her. And I will kidnap Sita. And Maricha knew that Ram is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ram is Bhagwan. Maricha knew. But Maricha thought, if I say no to this Rakshasa, he will kill me. If I say yes, Ram will kill me. Anyway, my death is guaranteed now. Either Ravana will kill me or Ram will kill me. So better I will die in the hands of Ram than dying in the hands of Ravana. So Maricha agreed. So Maricha means in Sanskrit illusion. From that, the English word marriage came. That is also illusion. So he took the form of golden deer, and all this happened in Panchavati.